Here with Washington State women's basketball head coach Kamie Ethridge. Coach's opening comments after your team was handed a 73-66 loss to number 13 UCLA here at Beasley Coliseum.
Yeah, just a really good team we just played. I think Corey's got her team playing. I saw her yesterday, and just she's finding ways to win. They're gritty, they're tough. They can really change the game and how they guard. They guarded us really hard in the second half and picked up the pressure, and I thought that affected us a little bit. So credit to them. They're really good and kind of positionless and they put people in spots that they're not used to guarding, and I think that really was the difference of the game, of us not being able to kind of guard their bigs from the three-point line. I thought that was something that really hurt us. But I'm not afraid of where we are. We're 8 games into this league play. I think we're better than we've probably ever been as a team and as a program, and I look forward to what we can do on the road next week and just the rest of the season.
Andrew Quinn, Creme 2. Coach, what did you guys do in the second quarter defensively to really limit them, and how were you not able to do that later in the second half?
Well, I mean, I just think we looked in the mirror a little bit and guarded a little bit harder. I thought we left some points out there in the first quarter. I thought we had a bunch more opportunities to score and gave away some possessions. So having 12 at the end of the first quarter was disappointing. But we've got really competitive kids, and they're pretty tough and they're pretty resilient. We had a good push up from off the bench with our players off the bench. UCLA's good. I think they put our bigs in some flares and made some threes. I think their timely offensive rebounding and kickouts to people hurt us. They've got some of the best athletes and basketball players in the country, and they got to the rim a little bit on us. I mean, they're going to score some points. I thought defensively we did a lot of good things, other than maybe guard the three-point line as good as we should have.
In the third quarter there, after AT knocks down that three, you guys have a 1-point lead. Then Charisma comes down, hits those 2 threes, and really kind of a momentum swing. Then in the fourth quarter, you guys get within 3, and then the 2 turnovers. Just seemed like you were kind of one play away today. Just what were your thoughts on how close this game really was between these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the good news for our team, is that we've been in every ball game. We have a chance to win against some of these really good teams. I think some of our decision-making in those crucial times, I mean, we'll kick ourselves for those, to have the ball and either turn it over or make some bad decisions. Again, I think we've put our players, when you don't have Charlize on the floor, you put some players in more ball-handling roles and decision-making roles, and, they might not be as good as Charlize. So I think the best news that we have is I think we've grown a little bit with not having her, but she's, she'll be on a plane coming back to us.
And then Jessica really gave you some valuable minutes today. She hit that beautiful turnaround, Jay. Just talk about her development a little more, starting to see her get some more minutes. Just so far, what has she meant to this team this year?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to have depth at every position, and I love that she comes in and can find, get to her shot. She's different than Bella. She doesn't get shoved as far out. She gets her space. She's pretty versatile in being able to turn over either shoulder and can kind of manufacture shots. She might not quite be as good defensively, especially when she has to get out on the perimeter and guard. But having that kind of different player coming off the bench is huge. She needs to keep getting in shape and playing more minutes, and it's a great comfort to know that we can put her in and she can be effective. I think she can really help us down the stretch.
Sam Taylor, Daily Evergreen. It seemed in previous games you've gotten a lot of points in the paint. It seemed in the first quarter and throughout the game UCLA was really guarding that area well. What did you see from UCLA's defense in the paint, and how do you solve that for future games? Well,
I mean, again, I thought we got some really good – we wanted to go in the paint. We wanted to score in the paint. We made an emphasis of being decisive and getting there and getting some catches in there. I thought, again, Bella's looks, and, she took 15 shots today, and probably 10 of those were with her back to the basket. I mean, we've got to have that. Jess got some there. We got to get Tara. Tara had a few shots that didn't go in, and again, we can build out from that, but when they're putting so much pressure on the perimeter like they did, you've got to be able to score one-on-one in the post, and we just didn't make enough baskets there to counter, to get them out of that. So their pressure, I think, dictated the game, and we didn't respond in the right ways in the post to be able to make them pay for that.
And I'm not sure if this was more of UCLA's game plan or just how it all worked out, but Gina Conti, I believe, 9 points in the first 16 minutes and then quiet for a little bit and then hit more shots later on. Was there something that you did to solve, I guess, to protect her shot, and what kind of broke down in that?
Everyone on their team is kind of we call them snipers when we want to, with their three-point shooting percentage and how you have to navigate ball screens. And she's kind of close to being a sniper, but a lot of teams navigate kind of ball screens and sometimes go over, sometimes go under. She's not just looking to pull her shot. She got a couple of good looks because we navigated the wrong way and didn't speed her up enough. I think she got some really good looks on offensive rebounds and kickouts and missed those. But man, she's a really good player. I think she's a 4th or 5th year player, and she's solid. With the weapons that they have, you can't leave her. She's a good ball handler, and then you surround her with some of the other athletes that they have. I mean, they're a hard team to guard everybody at the same time, and I think holding them to 73 points, and even with a couple of free throws at the end, holding them to 70 is a pretty good night for us.
And then we saw Kaya Woods get some playing time. What have you seen from her throughout this season to put her in today?
She's working really hard. She matched up well with London off their team, and I think sometimes it's more of a we want to get some more quickness. I thought we needed more ball handling on the floor against their pressure. And so she deserves some time, and I thought did really well in the minutes that she got, and it's good for me to see that in a game so she can get more opportunities in the future.
And today it was International Student Day. You took a picture after the game. What does that kind of doing things like this mean for your team with so many international athletes?
Well, it's great to do that. We're never going to stop recruiting internationally. So, if we can make the kids that we're recruiting all across the world see kind of the diversity that we have on campus, and people that would be like them when they leave their homes and come to school at Washington State. It's a big thing, and I think if we can get them a little bit more involved in our program and feeling like, they do have a lot of internationals, and then they kind of embrace us as well. I mean, we need to do that within our entire community, no matter who it is, but it's a little more close to home when we have this many internationals on our team, and we certainly want to have a great relationship with the international students on campus.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to you later this week as you prepare for the trip to Arizona. Until then, go Cougs.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Go Cougs.